T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Let's get ready to sucker!
Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. I'm big time, lot of slime. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me, yeah. Big time, big time, big time,
Big time.
Running up the numbers, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. Got a smoky in the air, that's a lot of crime. Just running over with the dollar signs. Try to take it from me.
Big time.
I got a lot of shine. Running up the numbers, that's a lot of grind. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. I'm big time, lot of shine. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of crime. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me, from me, from me, from me.
Big time. Number 9. Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the numbers, that's a lot of crime. Try and take it from me, must be out your mind.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Monday edition of the YSN Power Hour. DJ Oakley with you. We got Quinn Pushkar in the middle, Paul Munson on the right side, EB down below, and we've got B-Mac and a special guest. Is that who I think it is? Is that the guy who didn't give up a freaking hit yesterday in 6 innings of relief for the Youngstown Astros? Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Roth.
Hi, how are you?
Not as good as you are, dude. What a showcase yesterday, brother.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So is there any truth to the fact that you didn't pitch since June 19th? So over a month, haven't thrown a strike, haven't done anything, stepped a toe on that bump other than in your catcher's gear, and you go out and you show out against one of the best, I don't know, teams in the universe that's not named the Youngstown Astros?
Yeah, it is. That is true.
Unbelievable, dude.
Hey, the fans are clamoring for that response. Like, you got to come a little bit more. This is the Power Hour, Joe. You got to come out here and say, I was born ready. I was built for this moment. Coaches all had like, we're prepared for this, and we're ready for you to go out there and just own it. That's the response that people want to know.
Well, I haven't pitched an inning since June 19th, haven't stepped on the mound, threw like 1 or 2 bullpens, but nothing like the seat of a game.
Look at Dad popping in. He says, "Oh, yeah, dig it."
Cream rises to the top.
Cream did rise to the top yesterday, dude. Listen, you guys started out down 3-0. So talk to me about where you were at mentally from that standpoint, going into that game down 3-0. You guys get a couple back on sacrifice plays, a sacrifice fly I saw. There was one that got away from the catcher. The offense all of a sudden, though, clicked in that fourth inning. For you as a pitcher, mentally, were you like, all right, now it's time to go. Now I got to make sure that I stomp this down.
Hold on. Let me tell, because DJ doesn't know this yet. Joe Roth was supposed to pitch tonight's game. He was going to be the starter in tonight's game.
Okay.
But the thing about win or go home is you either win or you go home. So when we got into trouble, we went right to Joe because he was the next man up. So from there, now everybody knows. Now I answered this question.
Like, mostly I wasn't ready, like, really prepared because I was focused on tomorrow as if yesterday. So as soon as that happened, I just got my mind into everything. I was like, wow, I'm actually in this position right now. I had butterflies and everything until I stepped on the mound. I was like, I have to get my job done, and I have to be ready for this. So I focused up, just got my job done, put my support into everybody else to give me run support when I was out there, just trying to cheer on my team and work as a teammate to get everything going.
But dude, you're the youngest puppy in the pound, right? You're the youngest cat on the team. So to be in that situation, down 3 runs, and you can't focus on swinging the stick like you usually do. Talk to me about the mentality of, okay, I know I'm marking tomorrow as my day that I've got to get mentally prepped. You get my bullpen in maybe today, get some some pulls, stuff like that. To holy crap, man, I'm pitching today against a really good Brownsville team. I can't worry about Puerto Rico.
No, I was not ready at all. To start the game, I was in shorts in the bullpen, just trying to loosen up and everything, do my bands. So I wasn't really ready. I was first inning when they called us out, I put my pants on. Then after that, I took them right back off, just trying to stay in the shade and everything, get ready. And then Coach Pletcher came up to me and said, Joe, go get warm. I was like, wow, this is my time, I guess. And I just sprinted down to the bullpen.
It's go time, brother, and you got another go time tonight. You'll be cheering them on, I'm sure, from the dugout. You guys are strong across the board, but this is the Power Hour, and with the Power Hour, you know what we have to do. We got to start with the national day that is National Ice Cream Sandwich Day here on this Monday, and I'm sure you guys down in Texas could have used an ice cream sandwich or two down in Laredo. Talk to me about the best ice cream sandwich there is. Is it the just regular generic chocolate with the ice cream in the middle? Is it the M&M cookies? Is it something I've never even heard of? Joe, what's the go-to for you?
I have to go with the M&M cookie one. I love that one. It's always a go-to. I'm not really too keen on the chocolate and vanilla one. I don't really like chocolate that much.
All right. Another no chocolate guy here on the Power Hour. Amazing. Billy Mack, how about you?
Listen, old school, baby. Chocolate, vanilla ice cream, chocolate, done. End of discussion.
I like it. All right. How about you, EB? Where are you sitting on this?
Is a Klondike considered an ice cream sandwich?
I think so.
All right, then Klondike bar.
Is there now plain Jane, or they've got 50 different renditions of it?
Well, now that since they have like every flavor under the sun, I'll go anything with Reese's or like Butterfinger, any of the fillings. But I mean, I won't be too picky if it's just a regular Klondike.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Mac, we're gonna put you on mute just for a second because you got some ambient noise. There we go. All right, Paulie, ice cream sandwich for you, sir.
The classic. 2 little chocolate bars, ice cream in the middle. I tell you what, one of the best ways I've eaten an ice cream sandwich was the principal at South Range, the high school principal, Steve Cohen, makes an ice cream sandwich cake. It's 18 ice cream sandwiches, and it's like layered. It's just layered of ice. He says the hardest thing is because he takes the top layer of every single ice cream sandwich off and combines them into one and then lays those on top of it again. So it's like a layered. It's really, really good. And he does it all himself. He said it's just him, not his wife does it. He does it, and it's amazing.
I feel like my wife's done that before, and it's legit. It's so good. So I mean, maybe we'll have that made up for the next boot camp. Who knows? Quinn, what's your thoughts on the ice cream sandwich?
There's an Oreo one. I'm a big Oreo one. It's like 2 Oreo crackers on top and bottom.
Really?
It's weird. I don't know. I've only found it at like gas stations, but it's incredible. So,
I know what we're doing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I'm going. Listen, Lisbon Dairy Queen does their own ice cream sandwiches, so it's straight up vanilla ice cream, like swirled up. Plop those suckers between 2 chocolate pieces and put it in that white plastic bag, or not white, the white paper bag, and on we go. So Gary Leininger, there's your shout out. I think the best ice cream sandwiches around. So, but they are a little small. So, but it's nice because you go, hey, listen, that didn't fill me up. I'm going back for round 2, because those little chocolate bars. Maybe it's because I've grown an inch since I was in 7th grade, but they keep getting smaller and smaller. You know what I mean? One of those things where when you're a kid, they're this big, and then they shrink, like oatmeal cream pies. I feel like oatmeal cream pies from Little Debbie have gone down to like this big. So that is your National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. Jeff had to help his dad, or else I'd love to get his opinion on it. But listen, sometimes those M&M cookie ice cream sandwiches, legit as they get. Legit, like you don't even want one. You're just going in to pay for like a water or a Gatorade in a gas station, and you see them and you can't take your eyes off them. It's like love at first sight. You got to go after it. So I'm with Joe Roth on this one. So all right, boys, a lot to talk about, and coincidentally, it's going to be about the Youngstown Astro Falcons, and coincidentally, they're in a world championship tonight against Puerto Rico, and we will take them on. And Puerto Rico, Billy Mack, and I can guess this, they're a team that's had our number the last couple years. What do we have to do different tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, in order to walk away the champion of the world? Billy Mack.
It's crazy too, because you say that the last 3 years we've been down here, the same coaching staff, and we're 2-2 against them. So tonight, I think what it comes down to really is, can we have that big inning? Can we get some guys on base? Can we explode like we have been? Can our bats stay hot? Because I know our pitching is going to be very well. Ethan Atkins, the Creekside native, not really a native, but we're going to say it anyway. But the Creekside product is going to pitch. Is going to be the starting pitcher tonight for us. And we got 5 guys that are ready to go at any moment for tonight's matchup, which is something we've never had at this point. We've never been to this point, but at a late stage in this tournament. So.
How much concern was there for you yesterday when you scored 24 runs on Friday at 5, and then all of a sudden you're trying to squeeze together 3 runs to get back into the game down by 3? Was that, I know you guys didn't panic because that's not what you do, but was there a little bit of concern, like how do we get these guys going?
Not really. I mean, that's not really our style. I mean, you've been around our staff with Coach Pletch and Emil, and myself for so long that it's just, we just don't panic, and it shows in our kids. You know, the coaches, if you start to panic, other kids are going to panic. So it's not really our style. We feel pretty comfortable. We know we have some good players. It's just one bat at a time. Hey, let's get 1. Let's get 2. We're bound to have that big inning. We've had it a couple times so far in the tournament. And in the 5th inning, I mean, Gage Galat comes up and whack, and then busts it wide open.
And for people that didn't see it, let me just set the tone. I'm sitting here calling it from a live stream that we're not at, right? And they walked Tim Quinn to load the bases. 2 outs, which arguably, I think, in a baseball world, we all know that whatever happens for a reason. But there was an error to start it that probably should have ended the inning right then and there. Then we get
there was one out. There was one out because I was telling them that I was at third base. I was coaching third base, so there was 1 out in that inning. But yeah, it started that way, and it was crazy because everybody saw Tim Quinn a couple games earlier, the game against Illinois, hit a ball that might not have landed yet, about 470 feet. I mean, it was a shot. And ever since then, Tim's not getting too many pitches to look at, which we understand. And we moved Gage up from the 6-hole to the 5-hole because Coach Pletch did that. And, I mean, that was the best move of the tournament so far.
Well,
outside of Joe Ross pitching.
So Quinn gets this guy, right?
Yeah.
Off of a mound visit, off of a mound trip. He gets the 4 fingers. Tim Quinn takes off his gear, goes down to first base, and they think they're going to have Gage in the bag. They're looking, you're right, 1 out, because they were trying to roll him into a double play. And all of a sudden, he goes down 0-2, and crack! See ya, baseball! Adios, amigos, grand salami, and all of a sudden, Joe Roth is the first one at the plate, ready to high-five everybody coming through because my man's now in line for the dub.
Right.
So
it's so crazy because they started them off with a curveball. Now, I want you guys to understand, like, it's 105 degrees, okay? Like, Texas heat is a little different, all right? So your hands are sweaty. They threw a curveball. You threw a really good one, got a called strike. Second one threw another curveball. So my guy Gage was like, I'm sitting curveball, got it, and it hung. It's your hands are sweating. Like, Joe threw like 3 curveballs when he pitched. He threw 49 pitches, only threw 3 curveballs because of that idea. Like, your hands are sweaty. That curveball's tough to go. Let's just spot fastballs. And he had a lot of success with that. And we were trying to jam hitters, especially with the Texas guys that were really trying to get on the plate. And we hit a couple guys. I told Joe, we're going to hit some guys. It's not a big deal. Just we'll be fine. Landon's going to throw guys out. You hold runners. We'll be okay in that department. And he threw him a curveball, a third curveball. Gage seen it, picked up the spin. The rest was history, baby.
So let's step off the field for a minute. The most important question is, Joe, are you going to come home with a cowboy hat?
I don't know yet. I plan on it, but I don't know how my family would feel about it because they don't want me to spend the money on it. So we'll see.
All right, and now we go over to you, Billy Mack. Are you coming home with A, cowboy hat, and B, cowboy boots, maybe with Spurs?
I might already have them.
Will you wear them tonight so we can make reference to it?
I might not have them.
G saying, make Dad buy the hat.
Yes.
I might have to.
Papa Bear's got to buy the hat. Who do you have available on the mound tonight, Billy?
But we have
I know you
5
said
guys.
5.
Yeah, so we have 5 guys. So Ethan Atkins is starting tonight. We have Connor, who is a product of Eagleware, I think, right? Eagleware is number 1. We have I know we have 5 guys. We have Gavin Miller going to Auburn. Okay. We have Sattler, who's our shortstop, who throws 90. He's available. And we have Alex Tomczak, who is also ready to go for us.
Joe, from your standpoint, how antsy are you going to be, knowing as well as you pitched last night, to not be able to really impact tonight, other than being the number 1 cheerleader?
I'm going to be very antsy because I just found out if I threw 5 less pitches, I could have been on the mound today. So that's what kind of hurt the most. But I'm going to be there cheering on my team. That's all that matters. It's not about me. It's about the team.
I love it, dude. I love it. We're all proud of you. We'll have the simulcast tonight at 9 o'clock here on the network. Stevie and I will have it. And then we will have a preview at 8:30. Just kind of talking about you guys, talking you up. I'm sure, Joe, that your name's going to come up in that conversation somewhere. I'm just a wild guess.
Thank you. That means a lot.
You got it, brother. Billy, what's the rotation here? Are we going to get more guys, or are we staying with Joe the whole way? You're running the show.
I'll have some more guys here in a little bit.
All right, we're gonna kick you out of here so you can make some adjustments, and then we can meet the Astros here in the Team Youngstown, who are vying for the World Championship here tonight, right here on. You can see it on YSN, or you can go over to YouTube, and if you don't want to hear our take, you don't have to. You can go watch that live as well. But Billy Mack will be right back with some more guys, gentlemen. Unbelievable. Like, to watch that yesterday and to realize how impressive, not just impressive, but improbable it is to have a team from our area, Youngstown, become world freaking champions. How proud are you at moments like that when we have that situation right in front of us? Paul, we'll start with you because you're the baseball guy.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, to show the baseball talent that we have in this area, to be able to go down to Laredo and showcase those guys and go out there and potentially win a world championship. I mean, we have the NABF championships here in Youngstown. We've just had the 10U championships here not too long ago. I mean, we've got great baseball kids and minds in this area. I mean, there's plenty of kids that go and showcase in the PBR when those are going on, all these different travel teams that we've got in this area. I mean, baseball's huge. I mean, yes, this is a football area, and Northeast Ohio is football. But when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, baseball scholarships are higher than football and basketball. So, to see those guys go out there and be able to go on the big stage and say, listen, we're going to show you what Northeast Ohio can do, and they're going to do it tonight. So,
talk about the pride, EB, from the standpoint of a coach to play in a world title game. Like, this isn't it's and you don't want to disqualify districts and sectionals and regionals and state championships even, but this is like I don't want to say YSN versus the world, but it's Youngstown versus the world.
Right. I mean, I've always said, like, even from a basketball standpoint, and it'd be the same for where Billy Mack and those guys are at. I mean, maybe short of a state championship, you don't get too many moments like this, especially as what, a 17, 16, 15-year-old kid. So all in all, it's an awesome thing that they get to not only experience, but to see the success from it as well. It just goes hand in fist with it. I mean, Paul kind of touched on this too. Like you don't think of Ohio, especially Youngstown, as like a baseball heavyweight. When you say baseball, you're thinking California, some of the southern states, places where they get to play year round. And to think that, we generally only get like 5 or 6 months of it. And now, and not only that, but taking Youngstown as a whole, when you think of Youngstown, you don't think of like a baseball capital or a baseball powerhouse. So for these kids to go out and not only, put on a show for the rest of the world to see, but also to prove to everyone else, like, hey, we're no joke. We play with grit. We play the right way. We have great coaches. We embrace and we win the moment. There's not many things that you get to do in life where you get to experience something of this level.
I think the biggest thing for me, and we'll get to you in a second here, Quinn, is like, how cool is it finally to say, like, to have that area, like, we're really good at baseball, right? We've been to this show, the Palomino World Series, 4 years in a row with the same coaching staff, Billy Mack being part of that coaching staff. You got Pletch, you got Emil Bertolini, and guess what? When we show up in Laredo, Texas, year after year, people now say, oh shit, we have to play Youngstown. That to me is awesome. It's good because usually it's, well, we'll see if we can get past Youngstown. We're going to save some of our pitching. Now you're throwing your ace against us, and we're beating the crap out of them because we've got one goal and one goal alone. It's not just to show up in Laredo. It's to leave Laredo with cowboy hats and a championship ring. That's our goal as who we are in Youngstown now, and I love that this team has adopted it. This is the furthest a team from Youngstown has ever gone, and I don't think this is the last time we'll see it. Quinn, you're in that situation. A change of the mindset a little bit from just showing up and being there and taking in the experience to we want to take home some hardware.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you always want to take it home, but I mean, you got to enjoy it at the same time. I mean, I know Billy does a good job of keeping everybody grounded because that's just how Billy is. He wants to live in the moment, and he does a good job of getting everybody to do that. And I mean, it's Youngstown versus the world, and I mean, I'll take Youngstown every day of the week. I wouldn't even question it.
I love it. All right, we're ready to bring Billy Mack back in, and he's got some new blood coming in. Billy, who we got?
Weird stuff. I'm Tim Quinn. I'm the first baseman and four-hitter for Youngstown.
I'm Landon DeBarry, I'm the catcher.
And this is Young Slam, baby.
That's right. That's right.
He started it off. Tim started us off with a grand slam. That was the ball that hasn't landed yet. It's about 470 feet. So, yeah, and he's got his Texas gear on.
Wonderful attire. Just picked it up today.
It's awful.
It's awesome.
It's terrible.
Is that tailored? Is that a tailored cowboy suit?
It might be, honestly. It is great. And I got some wonderful boots to go with it and the jorts on.
He's also got some Daisy Dukes on right now. Like, this is no joke. These are the shortest jean shorts I think I've ever seen in my life.
Cowboy boots? Cowboy
Texas.
boots?
Of course.
I love it.
Full Texas.
Tim, give us a run.
They're also going to Mercyhurst, and they're roommates.
I was just going to say, give us a rundown, Tim, of kind of the resume and where you're headed after this thing's all said and done.
Yeah, so I live about 30 minutes outside of Pittsburgh. I go to Franklin Regional High School, and then I committed last year to Mercyhurst University. I'm going to be going there to play. And I joined Youngstown this year just to play in the summer. And I'm really happy to be joining them down here and helping them compete tonight for the championship.
All right.
I'm playing.
Speak. Thanks. Like use your athletic course.
All right. Yeah, I go to Norton High School. I went to Norton High School, also about 30 minutes outside of Pittsburgh. I committed to Mercyhurst last year. I'm going to be going up there and studying exercise science.
Awesome, man. Well, listen, I can say on behalf of all of us at YSN, on behalf of all of us from Youngstown, thank you. And we're so incredibly proud of you guys for representing down there in Laredo, Texas. Tim, I do have a question for you. Would you be able to make that play at first base like you made yesterday with that split with those Daisy Dukes on today?
No, well, you see, I will, but I don't know if they'll survive.
We start with this, but you gotta say, here's the trick.
So here's the trick.
There's no trick.
No, I do not think with these shorts on I'd be able to pull it off. But with baseball pants, it is quite easy.
You got lucky.
You got lucky, dude. We talked about it. You got the replay from the folks in Laredo. They were loving it because it was a beautiful play. So, but I got to ask you this question. Yesterday, you were the straw that stirred the drink a little bit. Everybody was looking to you in that big situation. One down, runners on second and third, and all of a sudden you see the four fingers flying. Is there a level of disappointment that you're that good that people don't want to face you?
That's not it.
Yeah, it is. It was kind of upsetting. Once they got second and third, and he went out the mound of it in meeting, it was in my head because it's happened in high school. So it obviously happened before. So I kind of thought in my head it might happen, but it's not disappointing. Because I know the guys behind me are just as good, if not better than me. Like Gage Salot obviously picks up the slack there and goes big time, hits a grand slam. So it is at first disappointing, but I know my teammates will pick me up.
We have a question from Ty Bartell that is, do you plan on stomping Puerto Rico harder than the plate when you hit your walk-off against Post 33?
Wonderful call back there. That game was incredible. One of my favorite baseball moments of all time. And it'd be very nice. I'm looking to hit a couple baseballs very hard tonight and hopefully put a big stomp on the plate and big stomp on Puerto Rico tonight.
Hey, Tim, we'll start with you with this question, kind of a for both of you, actually. From your standpoint, did you ever dream of being a world champion at the ripe old age of 18 years old?
It's always in the back of your mind as a kid, but you never think it's gonna, come true. And especially these last couple years, it's never been like a real thought that, like, hey, maybe I can go play in the Pony League World Series, be flown down to Texas with this amazing team who can't seem to be down on themselves and going through a cold streak. But it's always in your mind that you can get there. And it's awesome to just see all the hard work throughout the years pay off. And it's really paying off big for us right now.
And on to the next one. Sorry.
So out of high school, I knew I was going to go play some good baseball in Youngstown. Probably never could have thought it would have leaded me here playing in Texas for the World Championship against Puerto Rico. It's big time.
Does the weather play into you guys at all? Like I know you talk about it, but does it actually play into your style of play and hinder you or help you at all?
For me, at first base, it helps. I imagine at catching, it's terrible. I can't imagine. But at first base, it helps because obviously I stretch out a lot. So the heat really helps me stay loose and everything. And the stretch yesterday, I didn't even feel a thing. Like the heat helps me at first.
I think it's easier to get ready for the game. Like you're already loose, everything feels good. You gotta drink a lot of water.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water.
We went through 3 cases of 40-pack water last game.
Water.
That's insane. That is insane. Let's talk about from a standpoint of this coaching staff, guys. What has been the most impressive part of being under the tutelage of a guy like Pletch, a guy like Mac, and a guy like Emil?
It's been pretty awesome. I mean, they are, like I told this to my mom after my first game out in Youngstown, it's a totally different environment than my high school year. Like, totally different. You show up there, and they let you do your own thing, but whenever you do something wrong or they see something they can add to, they do, and it really does help. Like, I went through a couple of cold streaks, and Coach Emil came over and was helping me out, and I made a couple bad baseball decisions, and Fletch was up on me for it, like as he should have been. It's helped. So they've kind of laid back and let you do your thing, but if you mess up or they see something they can fix, it helps. It's really helped me this year.
All right, and I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you. We're the Power Hour. We talk about food. We talk about sports. We talk about fun. Quinn, you all right?
I'm good. I'm choking.
Okay. Quinn's dying, so you guys, anybody else want to pop on the Power Hour the rest of the week? We're going to need one. What is the best food that you guys have had down there in Texas?
Rudy's barbecue last night.
Yeah,
by far.
Yeah, Rudy's barbecue last night was phenomenal.
What was good?
Pulled pork and ribs and sweet corn, and the barbecue sauce there was phenomenal.
Unreal. We had some Texas barbecue. We had brisket. I think we had like 5 pounds of brisket. We had 14 pounds baby back beef ribs. The kids devoured them in about 7 minutes. We had some pulled pork. The kids killed that too. It was great. I would agree with these guys. Rudy's barbecue has been the best spot so far.
Gentlemen, best of luck to you tonight. We're rooting for you. We'll be watching, and we will be hoping to see you on the comeback, bringing those championships right back to the Yo. Thanks for joining us today, and Billy, keep them coming, man. We'll pop you off and see who else you can grab. Best outfit definitely goes to TQ right now. I got to admit it. Dude's doing the tip and everything. There it goes. I love it. Oh man, how fun is this? Like, these are guys that you know, they're Youngstown guys. They're playing in our area. Obviously, 30 minutes away from Pittsburgh. Tim is they're both going to Mercyhurst, they say. So that's fantastic. And listen, how fun is that going to be? Those two rooming together. That's going to be an absolute look out. Trying to catch up on some of this stuff. Kay Kelly saying, Mac, you can't come home unless you have matching outfit to Tim's. Oh my gosh.
No, don't do it, Billy. Don't, please.
Can you imagine? Rudy's is no joke, says Siggy. I think next year we're taking the trip. We're going. And we're just going to do Power Hour from Laredo, Texas, if our equipment cannot melt. Because 102 degrees officially, and they said it feels like 112 down there. And Pletch, I think, said 135 on the turf. Like, can you imagine? Max said that his shoes are melting on the turf. That's how hot it is down there. Please get his response when he gets back on. All right, we'll take care. He can see it, Kate. He's in the back room. He's shaking his head right now. No way. No chance. We are going to take a break. I'm going to get some water. Probably not as much as those guys need down in Laredo, but plenty more to talk about. We'll have some more Youngstown Astros as they compete for the Palomino title, the World Championship tonight, 9 o'clock against Puerto Rico, and we'll have it simulcast right here on YSN. Still to come, we have our G. Burbank Farms, What's Your Beef, What's Your Filet. I'm interested to see who's sitting in the seat with Billy for that, because I want to hear what their beef is down in Laredo, Texas. Well, that's going to be it. It has to be it, right? And we've got a lot more to talk about here on the network. Have your questions, have your comments, support our Youngstown Astros. We'll pass along the good news to them. I know they would love to hear from you on the YSN Power Hour as we continue next, right after this. Come see one of the Valley's hidden gems. The Back Nine Bar and Grill on the Berlin Lake Golf Club is the perfect place for fellowship, fame, food, and fun. Check out our daily specials and ask about memberships. The Back Nine Bar and Grill on Hartzell Road in North Benton.
Your first and last stop with your tax return should be with me, Tracy Bryden at Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown. No other dealer goes the extra mile to bring you the largest selection of vehicles at one convenient location. With guaranteed credit approval, I will find you the right vehicle and the right financing options for you. I am ready to go the extra mile to show you why no other dealer sells more cars, finances more, and gets you more for your refund than Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Jimmy Sutton here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and 2 of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Oakley, Quinn Pushkar, Eric Bailey, who we affectionately call EB, and Paul Munson with you on the YSN Power Hour. We're being joined frequently throughout the hour with our friends and our, we're fans of them, the Youngstown Astros, who are now down in Laredo, Texas, playing for the World Championship tonight against Puerto Rico. That game going to be live on our YSN platforms at 9 o'clock. We'll be simulcasting from our friends at Pony League and Palomino World Series live from Laredo, Texas. You'll hear our commentary. Myself, Steve Leslie will be on the call. That coverage starts at 8:30. We'll do a preview show, and then 9 o'clock we will have the first pitch, hopefully through the last pitch, live from Laredo, Texas. And no matter which way it goes, and we think it's going to go the Youngstown way, we are proud of our boys, and we bring in 2 more with Billy Mack. Billy, who do you got?
Speak. Introduce yourself.
I'm Gage Shalott. Good. I'm Ethan Atkins.
So we got the hero.
We got the hero of yesterday, and we got the starting pitcher for tonight.
All right. We got to start with Gage. You're down 0-2 in that situation. They just walked Tim Quinn. What's going through your mind when you put that swing on the ball?
I was just trying to get something in the air, something in the outfield to score a run. Didn't expect to hit a home run. Didn't cross my mind, but it happened, and I'll take it.
At what point were you ready to celebrate heading down the first baseline?
As soon as I rounded first, I saw the third base umpire doing the home run signal, and after that, I knew it was gone, and just kind of celebrated after that.
A little extra emphasis, it looked like, on the plate on your way home. Talk to me about, was that planned? Was that something you've always wanted to do? And I mean, did your foot hurt as hard as you stomped that plate yesterday?
Yeah, I saw Vanderbilt do it after they hit their home runs, and it's pretty electrifying. So I thought I'd give it a shot.
E, talk about the what's going through your brain right now as you prepare for this start, man.
Me? Right now I'm not trying to focus too hard on it. I mean, I don't want to get too nervous or anything. I mean, I'm just mentally preparing myself and just get ready for the game.
Can you name a game that's been bigger in your career than the one you're about to take?
I wouldn't say there's one maybe bigger than this game, but one that'd be close was the first round of the Whitfield playoffs against Norwin for this past high school season. That was a big game for me.
Talk about, I mean, you were there supporting Joe yesterday as he seemingly put down everybody he faced, minus the 2 batters he hit. What was it like for you to take that in, and how supportive were you at the end of that ball game for him?
Oh, I mean, it was great for him. I love to see my teammates do well, so I'm there supporting all of them.
How does this question can go to both of you guys. How has this competition kind of set in different than the competition you've had in the Class B league or in your individual seasons for high school baseball? Has anything changed? Is it a little bit deeper? And especially tonight against Puerto Rico, guys that maybe you've seen on tape but not necessarily on the field?
I don't really think much changed. Like every single game I go into and play as hard as I can. Same approach every single time. Never take anyone lightly. So I wouldn't say anything really changed there. But I mean, I guess it's cool. It's different playing teams from Puerto Rico and different parts of the country for sure.
Gage, how about you?
Yeah, I have to agree. My approach doesn't really change. It's still the game of baseball, and I'm still going to play it the same way. It's cool to play people from other countries or around the country and Puerto Rico, so just a good experience.
Are you guys enjoying that you don't have to have a day off before the World Championships like you did going from Friday to Sunday's game? Does that help you or does that hinder you, you think?
I don't think it does either. I just think just being consistent and always having the same mindset, never thinking anything different, just having the mindset of going out and competing.
I have to agree with him.
So talk about tonight's a little bit. It's going to be a little bit chillier, and I say that kind of tongue in cheek, as it's not going to be 135 degrees on the turf tonight. Do you think that kind of goes into your advantage, as you guys are used to being a colder weather team than Puerto Rico?
I think it might help me a little bit because I remember when I was pitching, it was blazing hot, and I just I got a little uncomfortable up there. I mean, I'm not used to this heat at all, but tonight it's gonna be cooler, and I just feel like I'm gonna be used to this kind of weather. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be more comfortable.
It's going to be nice to see Mac out there and in his cage jacket where it's probably appropriate. Yesterday I was watching and I'm thinking to myself, in a navy blue cage jacket, my guy has got to be sweating from pits to you-know-what. So
ain't no doubt, but you don't break the tradition,
So, Billy, Kate says she wants you to come home with that cowboy hat and the shirt. She says you can't come home unless you wear that stuff.
So you're breaking up, Paul. I can't.
Sure.
I think I'm going through a tunnel. I think I'm going through a tunnel.
What would it take to get you in an outfit like Tim Quinn's, Billy?
Nothing. I wouldn't do it.
Not even a world championship.
No.
I think he was great.
We'll get you out to Rick's Ranch wear.
Billy, you're gonna come home single.
Okay.
Well, naturally, I think if you get that guard that Quinny had on, I think you're coming home single regardless. So, oh man, are you gonna partake in the cowboy hats and the cowboy stuff that Quinn had on?
I plan to wear a cowboy hat home. So
yes, and
there's a bunch that already have cowboy hats already.
And you haven't joined them.
$60 on boots.
Yeah.
What was it? $60.
$60, yeah.
Wow, Billy, that's easy. Like, I'll pay for your boots if you go get them.
That's tough.
Get the falcon on the side of your boots, so that way you know where they're from.
Right.
Guys, best of luck to you tonight. We're all rooting for you. We're all cheering for you. Make sure you keep tuning in because we're just going to roll these right through. I mean, it's the easiest way. It's easier than Hallmark of getting you some well wishes.
I got 4 more guys sitting here ready to go.
All right, we'll pop you off real quick. You rotate them out, and then we'll get you back in.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you, guys. Man, this is unreal. This is so cool. Like, where else are you going to get the entire Youngstown Astro team just popping in and saying, hey, what's up? We appreciate the support. This is who we are. This is where we are, and we're looking for a world championship.
Well, I can think of a couple other networks, but they don't do stuff like this.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
Anybody will tweet about it.
It's a loose word nowadays, that network thing, isn't it? It's just a very loose word. It wasn't very exciting, 5 years ago. But now, like, look up network in a dictionary and tell me what a network is. It's a group of strings band together to make one. But there has to be a group of strings, not just one string. Guitar doesn't sound very good with just one string tuned up. Paulie, I mean, from your standpoint, you've had success in baseball. You've seen it. We had Gary Niddle in here last night, and you guys were talking about it. This is a special group of guys that can accomplish something very, very special. something that's never been done in the Youngstown area before. I mean, I feel bad even asking this. Do we take this kind of stuff lightly?
I don't know if it gets taken lightly. I think the thing is when you look at like your spring sports and like your summer sports, it's always tough because those kids don't get to interact with their other classmates as much as like when football and your winter sports are going on. Fall and winter sports, the kids are in school together. So when there's success, like they get to interact with their classmates on a day-to-day basis, and they all get to like celebrate that and be a part of it. When you get on the back end of your spring sports and especially your summer stuff like this, like it's just that close-knit group of kids. It's them, their coaches, and maybe their parents and some fans, but that's it. Like they don't get that interaction with their other classmates, which I think sometimes, I don't want to say takes away from it, but it's tough because when you see teams win a championship in the spring, or these guys now being in Texas, like they have really either there's maybe some parents that are going to be there and their coaches. That's it. Like not a lot of people are traveling to Laredo, Texas right now to go see this world championship. So it's tough. Like, I mean, they only have each other to lean on and to hang out with. And I think though that makes that a little more special though too, because now, the two guys that are going to Mercyhurst together, they win tonight, they're going to be able to talk about that when they go to school. Yep. And they're going to say, we won a world championship. We were in Laredo. They're going to tell these other guys about these fun things that they did. And I mean, it makes it special, but at the same time, I think, there is a little bit taken away from not being able to share that with classmates and kids that they might be going to school with.
Hey, don't be afraid. If you guys have questions, throw them in there. Paulie, I appreciate you guys chiming in. Don't let me hog up the questions. If you got them, send them out, especially if you're in the Bleacher Creatures, send them out in the comments or definitely dial in for us because we want to hear from you. These guys want your questions. Let's head back out to Laredo, Texas. Billy Mack, what do we got?
Hello, my name is Joe Minnesotis. I went to North Allegheny High School, and next year I'll be attending Mercyhurst University.
I'm Gavin Miller. I went to West Allegheny last year, and I'll be going to Auburn.
So we got North Allegheny, West Allegheny, guys sitting next to each other. It's not often you guys get to sit next to each other and sing Kumbaya together. Talk to me about, being able to put those seasonal differences aside to hopefully bring home a world championship for Youngstown.
No, it's been great coming down here and bonding. I've never talked to him in my life, and we've been hanging out the whole time. I'm, pretty good friends, and it's been cool.
Yeah, we've been playing jackpot in the arcade the whole day, wasting a lot of money, but it's been fun.
We're at like a Dave and Buster's, so to kind of put it in perspective.
As we say on the Power Hour, no free advertising. So well done, Billy. Let's get to you guys and let's discuss where you're at. Like, where are your emotions right now? It's what, 3:48 here, so it means it's what, 1:48 there. 1:45. Talk to us about where you're going to be from a standpoint of when you get ramped up, when you get excited, and when you finally realize the gravity of this moment that you guys are about to partake in.
I just kind of the same thing as Ken said. I just try to play every game as hard as I can. I played in a Whitfield championship this year and a state championship. It's kind of taking the same approach. You can't get too big, can't do anything. Over the top or get outside yourself, you're not going to succeed.
Yeah, this is going to be my first championship game this year, so I've been looking forward to it since last night. I didn't really sleep too well last night.
Gavin, you had a hell of a game yesterday, dude. I felt like every time that the camera panned over, you were somewhere on either the turf making a play or coming up clutch with a big hit. Talk to me about the things that you were seeing against Brownsville yesterday, and can you kind of duplicate those efforts or replicate those efforts moving forward today against Puerto Rico?
Yeah, yesterday I was seeing the ball pretty well. I was getting a lot of fastballs, so I just took advantage of that. Hopefully I can just keep the same approach going into tonight.
I mean, is it fair to call you the Minnesota Miracle Man? Can we do that? I mean, even though you're not from Minnesota, it's as close as it gets to your last name. I heard 35 renditions of your last name yesterday, dude.
What's up by you?
I mean, you can call it whatever you want. I've heard pretty much every pronunciation you can think of out of the book.
All right, clear it up for us. What is it?
It's Minnesota's.
Minnesota's. I heard Minnesota. Yes. I heard Minnesota's. Like it was every single one yesterday. I'm like, all right, I'm trying to get a grip on how to actually pronounce this as an announcer. So we got you locked up today, man. So
thank you.
Appreciate you.
Me too.
Do you guys have shout-outs that you want to give? Like, I mean, I know you're about the 35th Mercyhurst guy that we've seen get through there. I mean, do you guys want to shout out to anybody?
No, just my hitting coach. I thank him for helping me get to this point where I feel comfortable in the box, and even though I haven't been getting too many hits, I feel like I've been squaring up the ball a lot, putting the ball in play, and that's all I can really ask for. Solid contact, quality at bat. That's all I'm really aiming for.
I'll probably just shout out my family for just letting me come down here by myself. It's a whole different culture down here. They just allow me to come down here and play.
What's your favorite thing about Texas so far, and what is your least favorite thing about Texas so far?
So you go first. Probably the favorite thing so far has been the food. The food's been amazing down here. Least favorite, probably walking around. It's got to be the heat, right? Just walking around like the streets. It's different.
Yeah, I would say meeting other people from around the country. I mean, I met some kid from Chicago, and he grew up in the same city as my girlfriend moved from, so that was pretty cool. That's probably my favorite part. The heat sucks. I do gotta say that. Even though it's dry, it sucks.
Question coming in from Chris Sigler. Can you process that you guys are actually playing another country and not just a local rival?
Yeah, I can process it pretty well. I had the opportunity about 3 years ago today, actually, to go down to the Dominican Republic and play baseball nationally for a variation of the United States national team. So, I feel like I've been in a spot where I've done this before, and I'm not relaxed about it, but I feel like that definitely gets me in the mental state, trust myself.
This will be my first time playing like a team from a different country. Like I've played kids from different countries before, but not a whole team. So I don't know. I'm just looking forward to tonight.
Are you guys in a situation where you're able to watch the Olympics at all, and do you feel like a part of that now that you're playing on the world stage and trying to win a world championship, especially against Puerto Rico tonight?
We haven't watched any Olympics because we lost our TV remote in the room and can't find it. So we haven't watched TV this whole week.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are down here, you would have seen me lose a hat, lose a glove. A lot of stuff breaking down here for me too. I mean, I've been having a pretty rough week, but
your glove was underneath your helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have to ask Coach Mack about when we went down to Alabama and we only had 3 channels on television in our hotel room. My question for you guys: are you watching over the coaching staff, or is the coaching staff watching over you down there? Because we've heard stories. I think you're muted.
I don't know.
Say it again.
I said we're watching over the coaches every night, just making sure they're in line.
Yeah, every time we step out of our hotel room, they've been out there until 1, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. sometimes.
Well, just make sure that you keep them close, because I heard that they've been partying with the Puerto Rico coaching staff all week long. So, guys, best of luck to you.
The enemy, come on.
You gotta know thy enemy.
I feel like this is the Mighty Ducks when Gordon Bombay is partying with the chick from Iceland. So make sure you keep an eye on Billy Mack down there. I know Pletch is going to make sure you guys are well fed. So good luck tonight. We're proud of you. We're watching you. And if there's anything we can do for you back home, just let us know. Good luck, boys. There they are. There they go, man. I think we're going to get the whole team. Billy Mack's got them all on lock and on rotation. He's just moving them out of, what is that, like a Dave & Buster's? What is a local Dave & Buster's in Texas? I thought that was like a national thing. I don't know.
Something, that is Texas-oriented, Buckles and Brews or something.
Hoots and Toots or something. That's wild. Billy's got 2 more lined up. Let's get to them before we get to our G Bourbon Farms. What's your beef? What's your filet? Guess what? These are the 2 guys that get to give us a beef and a filet. So we'll save that for them. They'll go first, and then we'll round it out, boys. Hang tight. Back with us, Billy Mack and the last 2 Youngstown Astros. Billy, who do we got?
I'm Jason Treveri, and I go to Boardman High School, and I'm committed to YSU. I'm Jimmy Sadler. I go to Chartiers Houston High School, and I'm committed to West Virginia.
All right. I know Treveri. I know him. Jay, I mean, you were a big part of yesterday. Talk to me about what you were seeing. You were flying around the base pass, dude, and trying to spark your team. What was the whole intent? Obviously playing baseball, but did you feel like you had to step into a leadership role yesterday and get things going?
Yeah, when I was on the bases, I just wanted to get in and score, just to tie the game up for our team, and I feel like that really sparked up our rally.
All right, and obviously, I think the guy next to you, the fella that's going to WVU, pitched a pretty whale of a game that first game. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, shortstop.
Wrong.
He's hitting
I'm
like
wrong.
700 right now.
Sadler. Hitting 700. See, that's what happens. See, what the issue is, I don't know if you guys can hear him, like, over in that corner. I'm having trouble over the music. So I'm having a hard time hearing it, so apologize. Mr. Sadler, talk to me about how this experience has been for you.
It's been a great experience. Definitely baseball-wise. It's the first time I've come down and played against teams from all over the country, and not just local and stuff like that. So.
What has been the most exciting part of being down in Laredo, Texas over the last few days for you guys?
The most exciting part, definitely all the wins, just winning. Just winning.
Yeah, baby. Excited. Just win, baby.
I was waiting for food. I mean, I just, as an 18-year-old guy, I was just naturally waiting for food to come up. But I'll take the wins. Is this the biggest game of your life? Do you put it up there? And if not, what's the biggest game that you've played in so far? Jay, we'll start with you.
I think it is, definitely, because it's a World Series. I've never played in a World Series before.
Mr. Sadler, go ahead.
Yeah, I would say it is. It's a pretty big stage. There's going to be a lot of people watching. Big time game.
Yeah, there you go.
What's the mantra of this team? I know you guys haven't been together very long. What's the mantra of this Youngstown Astro team as you guys play tonight against Puerto Rico in the World Championship?
You go first. I'd say just beat Puerto Rico. Yeah.
That works for me. That's good enough for me, guys. All right. Since you are the last ones on, I don't know if you regularly tune into the Power Hour, but we do this thing called What's Your Beef, What's Your Filet? So your beef is something you want to put on blast. We don't want to hear your filet today. We want to hear the bad stuff. We want to hear something that you're putting on blast today, boys. And it's the G. Berbick Farm What's Your Beef, brought to you by our friends at G. Berbick Farms on New Buffalo Road in Columbiana. Jason Treveri, lead us off. What is your beef, sir?
I just want to go beat Puerto Rico.
I dig it. Stop stealing answers. We're going to have to call you Quinn. Jimmy, how about you?
My beef.
Like something that
you want somebody to show you how to do it? Billy, go ahead. Show him a beef.
My beef is with J-Mo, our assistant coach, who had to leave because of two-a-day football. But he's our new Steve Leslie. This guy was in bed at 8 o'clock at night. Every single night we were here, we're like, hey, you're supposed to be a part of the crew, man. You're supposed to be part of the tripod, and this guy's in bed sleeping at 8 o'clock. It's ridiculous. J-Mo, shame on you.
And that's how it's done. Jimmy, what do you got?
My beef, man. Shoot. I mean,
your beef's with me because I stole somebody and you were up the bat and they got out.
Yeah, that's my beef. I mean, I was up to bat. There's a man on first. He sends him. He gets thrown out. That's the end of the inning.
And you were going to hit a nuke.
I was going to hit a nuke. I'm going to hit one today, though, for sure.
You calling your shot?
Yeah.
All right. You heard it here first on YSN. Gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your day. We're rooting for you. We're proud of you. Bring it home to us, all right? Bring it home to Y-Town. We'll see you tonight at 9 o'clock. There they go. It is Team Youngstown, the Class B All-Stars, the Youngstown Astros, the Orange and Blue Crew. No matter what you call them, pretty soon we're hoping you call them world champions. So, gentlemen, we will continue the G. Burwick Farm. What's your beef? What is your filet? Who wants to go? Paul, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. My beef right now, I brought it up, maybe a week or so ago, but it just pissed me off today again because I went and bought some lunch. Quinn and the price of wings right now is just ridiculous. I mean, they're upcharged almost 30 to 40% than they used to be. When I ordered them online, they were one price. I go into the store and I look, and they've got a piece of tape and a new price over the menu on the wall, and it's not updated on the internet. And so it was a new price for the wings, and I was like, seriously? I mean, it's just crazy right now. Like this fake wing shortage that's out there, I think is bullshit. So, and I can blame myself. I kicked myself in the ass because I went to the poorhouse yesterday and I didn't get their wings. I got something different, and I should have got their wings because I've been hearing the raves about it. But I'll be going back there tomorrow because they're going to help us out with the golf outing. So I may have them tomorrow.
I'm mad I'm mad at you because the poorhouse wings are epic. EB.
I have one question, Paul. Does a sign behind you say "avoid the clap"?
Sure does. Jimmy Dugan said it. Wise man.
All right.
There it is.
I don't know if I can top that, but no, filet, man. Billy Mack and the Astros. There's really not much to say. Just go get it. Don't just enjoy being in a moment. Go win the thing. So bring back the ship.
Appreciate that. Q.
Mine's with the City Department of Canfield. They shut off 224 right where my house is, and I can't get to it, but they won't fix the damn pothole that I hit every freaking time I leave my neighborhood. But they shut off the whole road, the main road, but not the pothole. It's bullshit.
Mine is listen, I don't even know how to describe it. I had a little bit of a thing going before the show that nobody got to see except these guys behind the scenes. If you're going to bring something to our attention, please don't wait until 2 weeks before the start of high school football season. Like, I'm just going to put that out there. Like, we have a few things going on, and I understand you do too, but don't take 3 months off and then come back and be like, well, wait. No. It doesn't work like that. You got issues. It's been there for the entirety of last year. Now you bring it to our attention. I'm sorry. That just doesn't fly with me. And it's frustrating to try to adjust things 2 weeks before we're scheduled to go and play nice in the sandbox when nobody else wants to. Everybody's out for greed right now. Everybody's out for number one because I don't know why. And because at the end of the day, boys, we were a godsend for many places, many people last year. And now we got that feeling of we're back to normalcy, and people want to make sure that they get theirs. And I think it's a little bit of greed, and it's a little bit frustrating at the same point. So that's my beef, brought to you by G. Burbick Farms. You can visit them on New Buffalo Road in Columbiana, or go to the website, gburbickfarms.com. That is also going to conclude our show again tonight. Make sure you head over to any YSN social media platform, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. You can also go to ysnlive.com, click on the live button, and you can follow it there. So enjoy it, take it in, make sure that you're sending comments and sending your well wishes because Stevie and I will be on there. Paul, you're always welcome. You guys are always welcome whenever. So we're excited for this, and we hope to be able to somewhat announce a world championship in the great state, as Jim Trussell said, of Youngstown. We'll see you tonight at 9 o'clock, 8:30 actually, 8:30 Eastern. And 9 o'clock we will have the first pitch for the World Championships, Youngstown versus Puerto Rico, here on your sports network. Until then, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.